Hello, is this thing on? Hi. Oh, looking at the wrong things. This is great. That screen's gone off. 1 second. Right. Oh. Hello. Thanks for coming. There's a few of you in here, and that's just like way more than I expected. I need to grab the link for myself because I need to see the chat on my phone. But how is everybody? How are you all doing? So many links. That's a picture. It's not going to do it. Oh, that's me on the phone. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? Has satire. Elle's here. Zach's here. And some lurkers. Excellent. So I've got this is my amazingly hacked hat, which look at this. I've glued a magnet into the side of this hat. This is my hat from the 90s that actually lives up on the wall over there, and this has a bit of a story to it. I'll come to that in a minute. But right. So what was I going to do first? Oh yeah. So in my ear, I've got a Bluetooth earpiece in. I've got an escaping IRL. So yeah, now you'll have to tell me if you can hear her. Could you hear yourself on echo? The magnet stops at 5 Gs. Can't hear her. What? No, this is no good. Oh, no, it's alright. I can sort this. So what I've done is not actually add that device. Output capture. Desktop. Why is that? Oh, maybe I've... That's weird. Sorry, 1 second. I thought I sorted this beforehand, but obviously not. Ah, it's because I'm using my weird headset. Right.
That's alright.
There, they should be able to hear you now.
Ooh.
Can you hear you?
There's a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to wait patiently.
Yeah,
I can.
You can hear. So there's Elle. There might be some more guests coming through. Satire, you're in the Discord channel. You feel free. You're part of this as well, if you want to join. But I know you're quite shy. Right. So let's get on with it. Let's swap cam. Oh no! Hi. That's the wrong one. That's the one I should have started on. This is great. This is going so well. Right, so here is the area that we're going to be working on today. And what I need to do, if I can find it, I had this all planned. Oh, there it is. Right. Sorry, I've just got to put this rug over this wire, otherwise I'm just going to go flying and you'll all laugh. Right, so
Health and safety first, everyone.
yeah. So I've got this little gadget here. Let's take that off. This is a KL25Z. This is a development board thing. And this is what I will be putting in here somewhere. And all of the buttons will connect to this onto these pin headers using these DuPont connectors. And the plunger will also be connected to that, but not tonight. I'll be doing that another night because for a start, I don't know how to connect it. Actually, I can show you that. This is the plunger slider. I don't want to turn it over too much because the screws. Oh, yeah. So that actually connects to the plunger, that bit there, and reads its position. But it's got some connectors on here. It's 4 of them, and I know that it needs 3, and I can't work out why it needs 4. Why it has 4. Because I know one's a live, one's a signal, and one's a ground. But there you go. That's something for another day. Let's put that over there. So this has got to go in here, and these DuPont connectors have got to connect to these pins on here, and this needs to be fixed to the bottom of the board. And what will happen is, if you have a look, actually you can see the hole where my hand goes. There's going to be a coin door in here. So what will happen is, if you need to get inside the machine, the only way to do that, actually, let's back off a bit so you can see all of the machine, is the glass is going to cover the screen and go and be hooked under this lip here, and it's going to rest on some battens along the side here. That's all going to be painted black. Oh, by the way, painted only first coat. It's ugly at the moment, but to get to the inside of the machine to work on it, because you won't be able to go through the back door because it will be too difficult to reach through, you need to take the screen out. And this is how real pinball machines work. You take out these screws by reaching through the coin door, and it will look like a coin door as well. I'm going to actually 3D print one so it actually looks like one. Take off this lockdown bar, which we can put away for a minute. Oh, who's that? And you'll be able to lift out the glass or even slide it out through this bit here. Then you'll be able to lift up the screen, take the board out that attaches to the back of the screen there, and then you can get to the inside of the machine. Now, the problem there is, if I come back around the side here and point you back down, oh, a bit closer. Oh, that's in the way. There we go. Right, so the problem here is that a lot of people have these pin skateboards put in exactly this place because that's the best place for them to be. Because the other thing that this does is it actually senses when you nudge the table. So if you hit the table side to side, this has got an accelerometer in it, and it can sense that. So that it has to be fixed in a certain place. You can't have it at the back of the machine because it won't read the nudges so well. So they're always here in front of the coin door. And now what people do is they reach in to work on the machine or whatever, or to take the thing out, and they touch it. And it explodes. Well, it doesn't explode, but it goes pop. It's not healthy for them to be touched. They're a bit fragile. So I want to cover it. Now I printed out this little case for it, but I can't put a cover on it because these connectors, I connect one, they stick up. So I need to make a little house for it, like we did with the amps. Okay. Right, going for a walk. How you doing, Neil?
I'm fascinated. I'm watching. Just, I know there's a little bit of a delay, but it's cool. It's such an awesome setup.
It's going to be great when it's actually working.
I want my own technology cave.
You can have your own technology cave. Just, don't have a kitchen or a dining room.
I was promised sanding. I'm woefully disappointed.
Hello, mate.
All right, how you doing?
I'm having a drink now. Now that you're here.
I've turned up. Now I've turned up. You're going to start drinking heavily. I understand.
You have that effect on me. Right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've been here for a while. But you're in the swing of things, so I thought I'd keep my face shut.
For anyone that doesn't know, I don't know how many people we've got watching now, but for anyone that doesn't know, there was a few. This is Richard, or Rich. He does not like to be called Richard. Okay.
I don't mind if I'm being told off.
That could happen. Yeah, and Rich and Elle are my old Ready Player 2 buddies. There might be a Ross as well, and possibly a Lewis maybe later. But we shall see. Which would be amazing if we could all get on. Oh no, Ross says he can't.
Oh, no.
He might. He says he's going to have the stream on. He's here with us in spirit. So, hello mate, how are you? Right, so I need to make a little house for this. I've found a piece of nice plywood, but it's too big, so I'm going to cut it down. So let's have a little measure how big we want it, because I'm going to actually put the connectors on the side of this. So about 230 mil. Is that close enough? Can I? Like my microphone is flopping around in my head. Is it noisy when it does that? Oh, no,
I can't hear any problems.
Can't hear any flapping.
Doing all right.
You know, flapping.
Where's Ross talking about not being able to be here? Are there more than one stream location?
Oh no, he's on voice on comms. I invited everybody into chat.
No, but I mean, like, where did he tell you that he wasn't going to be able to come online? Because I'm on YouTube.
Oh.
Is this streaming on Twitch as well?
No, on Messenger.
Oh, I get you.
It's the book of face.
Yeah. Right. Little old slice through the top layer. Okay. This doesn't have to be very accurate because this is the bottom piece, so I could cut this around a corner if I wanted. Have you seen my Ryoba saw, you two? This is amazing. This featured
no, but
heavily.
I need to see it now.
You'd like this, Elle. It's a Japanese Ryoba saw. Look.
That's the weapon he uses in Bloodborne, isn't it?
Oh my god! That's so cool!
Oh, pinball machine's in my way.
I don't think it was floppy in Bloodborne.
That's what she said. I've been watching a lot of The Office, so that is going to come up a lot. I actually have to get on with this a bit because I know there's the way I'm going to fix it, fix the lid on. I'm going to have to do some drilling with the drill press, and I can't do that too late. Too close to my worktop. You have to be really careful with this when you reach over to hold the back of the cut, the offcut. You're reaching over the blade, and if it's a narrow cut, it's really dangerous. Your wrist is right over the blade. I found out to my cost on the first cut that I made with it. It wasn't too bad though. Right, so that is my base. I'm just going to straighten it up because I sharpened my planes and I know the rest of this piece of wood is square because I spent the time earlier preparing it and getting it nice and square. Yeah, beautiful. Right, so that's my base. Now I want that's going to live on there. And do I cover the whole thing? If I cover the whole thing, I need another piece of wood.
Pretty sure there's a pacing issue here. In your videos, you move much faster than this.
I was thinking about that earlier. It's you've got added ers and rs and ms and thinking, and a lack of speed.
A lack of top speed.
That's right. Streaming's different though. Streaming's the more human side.
No, I won't stand for it. I want.
I want the robot.
Right, I've decided what to do. I think, no I haven't. Oh no, I can't do that. I know what I'm going to do. Right. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. I need to get to behind you. I've got this earpiece in my ear, and it's actually difficult to talk with. I find it difficult to talk with like Bluetooth earpieces in, because I can hear myself. Right.
There's nothing more awful. Can confirm.
Yeah. Now, why don't I, instead of doing that, let's cut that in half. Well, I've got this piece of wood here. This is about the right height to go over that. I can put that on either side of that, and I can add a lid at my leisure. In fact, I'll probably add the lid sooner rather than later. Just cut that in half. It might not be the full width of it, but 28, half of 28, 285, 142 and a half. Yeah, confirmed. Oh God, what good are you two?
I don't know what the hell's going on, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a delay, so it's difficult.
Yeah, by the time we can see what's going on, you've already cut it.
Oh, that was a simple maths problem there. 142.5.
Yeah, there's a big delay, so because obviously we can hear, we're on Discord with you, so we can hear you pretty immediately.
Yeah.
The stream is like miles behind. So you're talking about measuring something up.
Oh.
And, we're like 40 seconds behind.
Oh, is it that far?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's generally about 9 seconds or so.
All right, maybe I was exaggerating.
You're a terrible counter.
Maths, not even once.
I'm awful at counting. Like Nevada.
Well, I was going to say,
Wow.
like a certain person who is claiming a victory.
Well, I'm going to claim that I've already built this pinball table and it works.
There you go.
This is a done deal.
So what? Right, the situation here is you're making a little house for that thing that you showed earlier, so it doesn't blow up.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm also trying to think ahead as well. This is a bit more complicated than the one I did the other day, because I suppose in different ways it has its own complications. Oh, right. I've made this this cut nice and accurate. I've actually because I knifed around this side, the top, and the back of this piece of wood. The saw blade will actually follow that knife cut. It's really handy because this is really hard wood. This is like some sort of beech that I salvaged from a breakfast bar, and I've used it. In fact, that's a bit of it on this on my shooting board. There's a bit of beech. I use it all over the place. I've got loads of it. But yeah,
reduce,
sorry.
reuse, recycle.
Yeah. So I needed to make sure that was square, because trying to shoot the end of that grain is sometimes problematic. It gets a bit hard and bangy. Right, so I'm going to put these on here like this, line them up to the ends, and I'm going to put some. Oh, they're not long enough. That's.
You got the measurement wrong. I was going to say something, but I thought, no, I'll let him figure it out for himself.
That's all right. Okay, so let's scrap that idea and just put these on top, and then we'll screw the top bit onto the house itself. So the wires can come out the front and the back. I don't need the wires coming out the sides, but I just need a roof on it. Yes. Yep. So let's glue this on. Oh, that's got varnish on it. That needs to come off. So I can shoot the side. The long grain of this isn't too bad. Oh, although that's torn because this horrible wood to plane. Don't know if I can get that close enough on the camera. But the plane, because it was going against the grain, there, has just ripped that out. Turn it the other way. It might be a bit. I might have to. Yeah, but that's gliding through it now. Sort of. That's good. There's a knot in this one. I only need to clear a little bit so that the glue's got something to stick to. There we go. Right, let's check my chat. And I have moved away from it. Where the hell? Where did I have the chat? Let's do the chat. Oh no, it's over there. My bit is too small. What? What are you That's what she said also. The Four Seasons Arcade Tool Shop. Gus for the Prime Minister. And still no Gus. Sorry. As long as Rich saying we need to hurry this along.
Well, we need to move along now.
So, can you keep an eye on chat because it's going to be an easier thing for you.
Yeah, we're watching and responding in there.
Read them out to me as well, so I can. I like to take part,
Narrate to you.
Yeah. You're my chat bitch now.
So hang on a minute. What you're telling me is that I have to read out everything that is said in chat. You don't think finger glue.
Immediately.
Take a drink.
You can give me the highlights if you like. You can be a judge of what's worthy of my attention. All right, there's some gun action coming up now.
Yes, I don't see how this could possibly go wrong either.
Right, drink first.
Hello, Barbara.
Hey,
Hi,
Nelly.
Barbara.
Hello, Nelly. It's Nelly.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, it's Nelly.
No, that was his name.
We're chilling, relaxing, playing in wood.
Yeah, there's not been a huge amount of sanding yet. You've not missed much.
There might not be much sanding.
I'm leaving now.
You like this though? Oh, do you like a nail gun? Oh, it slipped. Don't worry, no one was impaled.
Is anybody else here watching this in case he kills himself live on cam?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's best to be present because, if anything does happen, we could immediately phone the emergency services.
Oh yeah, that's totally what I meant.
Rich has my wife's mobile number.
In case of emergency.
He does, and that has happened in the past where that's actually been a thing where I've said, well, you better take my wife's number in case I keel over and die.
Oh. Well, no, it's sensible. Because I know we've talked about my grandfather in the past being a carpenter. He took a full notch off of his ring finger whilst working when he was younger. A full notch.
The full notch.
Oh, that's making me cringe a bit. That.
So we had a small finger.
Salsa says, "I bet he does." Is he in the house right now? No, not on a Sunday. I got work tomorrow. Puckering? No, I do all my best puckering on a Friday. I'm all puckered out by Sunday.
Right, I need to fix this down, so I'm going to drill it. Where's my scrap? I keep Oh, let's use a new piece of scrap. No, that'll do. Okay, so this is gonna go on the bottom. Oh, let's cut the top. Well, that feels square. That's square. I'm trusting that's square.
Oh, so you're doing a full enclosure. You're doing the bottom and the top with the boards on the left and right.
I am, but I've just discovered that this bottom piece is bigger than the top piece. It doesn't really matter. It can be like a little pagoda. How do you say that?
Pagoda.
Pagoda. Pagoda.
Tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tent thing.
A tent thing.
Well, no. What I can do actually is I can just I'll trim because that's going to be too difficult a cut to do in here tonight. I'm not cutting all the way down there. Am I?
I think you might be.
Oh God, I am, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Let's mark it. It's marked.
I thought you were
just
going to put the board on the inside and then put this over the top of it, like an end.
Right. So that's going to sit. When you get to see this, that's going to sit in there. I'm going to screw that the little KL25Z board inside here. The whole thing is going to be screwed into the bottom of the pinball cab, and then it's going to have a lid over it as well. But I've left some space to the left of it here, where my hand is, for connectors. So the buttons are going to be right. So for those that can see it live, these little DuPont connectors are only so long. So what I'll do is I'll wire these to the KL25Z, and they will go into a bunch of connectors here, which will all be marked with which button it is connecting to, and then I will have wires coming from the buttons to those connectors. So if I ever need to take this out, I can just disconnect those, and I don't have to pull everything off the board.
That makes more sense now. I thought you were putting the system boardy thing just on the inside of the pinball machine, and then all the other cables there, and then putting this over the top of it like a tent.
I could do that as well. But then I'd have to. I could do that.
But you'd have to have some brackets or something to fix it in.
Yeah, but I could do that as well. That's not difficult. No, let's stick to this way because it's easier to screw it to the bottom of the base through this thin section rather than going through the whole of the width of those two side supports. Yeah, there are many ways I could have done this better. In fact, I might have that in the middle. And connectors on either side. Okay. Well, right, so I've got to cut this down now. That's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
What do you think I invited you here?
To assign blame?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Delta, I don't know how he's supposed to... I don't think he necessarily wants to be able to access this frequently. Saltar is asking, how would you be able to access this with a hood?
I don't need to access it. That's a good point, actually.
I think he's referencing my thought that you were going to do.
So my initial plan was to have this with a lid and have like wing nuts on top, so I could just undo the wing nuts and take it off and get to it. But I'm just going to screw those. I'm just going to use wood screws into to hold the lid onto the whole thing, which is fine. Yeah, because if I do need to get in here to actually mess around with this, I'll have to take the top off, whatever I do, even if it has wing nuts on. So it doesn't matter. So yes, I'm going to carry on doing that.
And protection's like more important because you said it can explode.
It was highly likely to explode. Oh, I saw it so good. It just I didn't even do a knife line on this time, and it's just followed that line. It's so accurate. By the way, I've got Stream Deck set up. Do you want to see what I can do with my Stream Deck? So I've got this, so I can. Oh,
there's going to be a delay, so you'll have to wait a couple of seconds for us to go. Ooh, ah.
So you'll see, I've got that, and I've got this. All right, so if I hit that one.
Ah, different camera views.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. I've got a wireless camera. The quality is terrible because it's actually on Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is not very close. I'll give you a little tour of the.
Ooh.
Correct noises.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, look, graphics card, sound card.
That's
1050 Ti I used in this, Rich, by the way.
Yeah.
Back of the machine. Cool.
Oh.
Anyway, let's turn that off then. There we go. Right. Oh, that hit my laptop. Anyway. And put a little mark in this corner so that I know which is the square corner. It'd probably be obvious from which ones, from the rough saw cuts, but I want to make an arcade machine out of like real wood with a proper real wood finish. Like oak or something. I think that would be cool. Oh, I can see the chat. It's actually up there. I love the doing when you picked up that saw. It's one. I tell you, I think it's probably one of the best tools I've ever bought. And this year, I have bought or acquired. That doesn't mean I've stolen them, by the way. Some really cool tools. Someone give them to me.
I know they say like a bad workman blames his tools, but honestly, having the right tool really helps.
Absolutely, 100%.
Also, so does being a good workman.
Hello, mate. We're almost all here. Come on, Ross.
It's almost everyone.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright.
So
Just thought I'd stop in and say hello.
You're very kind, man. Thank you for supporting me. This is Lewis, everybody. Another of the Ready Player 2 crew. Lewis has been Lewis and Satire are one of the main reasons that I actually have started doing this on video.
So we can blame you guys. Good job.
Oh, do you know what I did the other day? I did that fatal thing.
Do we want to know what you did the other day?
You do. I did that fatal thing of going back and looking at an earlier video. I went back to the Terrycade videos, and I think I started watching. I can't remember why. There was a reason. It wasn't just vanity. I started watching the Terrycade video, and I've come a long way. That was grim. That was actually uncomfortable to watch.
Well, it's like I said to you before. Like, I physically can't listen to old episodes of Ready Player 2. Like the first, I don't know, probably the first 20 or 30, I can't listen to because they are
Because I got 0 in them.
Not at all. One of the main reasons is because it was when I was hosting, so and I'm sure you guys remember I was never particularly good at it. So the other reason is the audio quality is just so poor that it's almost unlistenable now. So then we all sort of settled in with with newer, better hosts, and yeah, the rest, as they say, was history.
Yeah. And then I came along and ruined everything. And we all stopped.
That's a lie.
Right. Ooh! Camera fell over. You can laugh any second. I did catch it.
We haven't seen it yet. He's going. That was brilliant.
Doing a wobble. Oh God.
See? Right, I need to move you a sec. Oh. I think one of my legs is longer.
If only we were doing this on the Ghost of Mick the Past, it would actually be pretty instant and it wouldn't be a problem.
I could. I don't know if I want to do it midstream.
No, I wouldn't do it midstream, but you can change the slots settings so there's less latency. No.
I did select a lower latency setting, but I don't know if it's actually defaulted back. I didn't go for the ultra low one because I wanted higher quality than actually the last week's live stream. I watched some of that back, and that was a bit grim. There was a lot of the camera on the workbench while I was sawing and things, so wobbling around, and it wasn't great. But I've sorted out my bit rates and things like that now. Okay, I have to get my drill press on the go now. It's only 8:10, so I can do this. I'm allowed.
What time is the noise watershed?
About 9. So I need a screw. Let's do that for a sec. So this is how I need to screw this to the top. This piece here needs to be screwed to the top. So I need some holes through this, and these screws are just the right size. This is how I work. Vernier calipers, measure the size of the screw, and I have this amazing drill bit set that was given to me by my stepdad. This has got all my drill bits in it, and so I'll just measure that as 3.15, so 3.2 I think you'll find is the exact size we need. Oh, I don't need to do that on the drill press, thinking about it. Sorry to disappoint you. No. Let's go back to that one. Right. Which one was it? The wrong piece of wood. Okay.
Yeah. Nelly, I think we've all got neighbours that ignore noise restrictions after 10.
Yeah, I think it's actually 11 in the UK, but
mine's not about the neighbours because I've actually got amazing neighbours. One of them is the guy I made the arcade machine for, but he's on the other side of the house. But the guys on this side of the house behind me are really nice too, and they are quite deaf. So
quite deaf.
Yeah.
What, did you not hear him the first time, Rich?
Pardon?
Right.
Let's get a countersink.
Well, my experience with my neighbours is well documented.
Yep.
Although I did go and speak to her again the other day, and rather loudly told her that she needs to shut the fuck up. Pardon my French.
Oh yeah, we allowed to swear on this stream. I didn't ask at the beginning.
Well, I invited you, so kind of it's almost expected, but
Good.
try
Oh,
and
my
restrain
goodness.
yourself.
Sorry, Lewis, carry on.
Yeah, I promptly told her to pack it in to the door.
Is she going to listen?
And
Do you think?
Well, I haven't heard anything from her since, so that's a good start.
At least she's not vegan. Lewis. Oh yeah, that would just be the worst. You imagine having to talk to a vegan person.
No, there's
Don't
different
you are
kinds
like
of
Mr.
vegans.
Trigger.
It's the oppressive vegans. Those are the ones we need to specify.
Oh, I've had enough of all of them, to be honest.
He's just gonna simulate meat eating videos of himself and send them in now.
God. In Germany they have noise police, which is pretty
Noise
cool.
police.
Yeah, they have a specific like noise police.
Wow.
They are very efficient.
Oh man, they so are. Honestly, it brings joy to my spreadsheet loving heart. I'm just like, efficiency.
I don't understand what's happening right now. Vorsprung noise police.
Right. That's my very crude house. That's done. I can start fixing things to it now. I was going to make it more elaborate than this, but I think that would be a waste of effort and time. Kind of need to get on with building the bottom of it.
Are you going to put a side on it? The side that's facing the coin door, are you going to block it off?
No.
Like if somebody stuffs their hand in the coin door, their hand could still go in between that, right? And still die?
That's... yeah, that's their hard luck. That's... I'm sorry, I can't
Alright, so
protect you from
it's a
everything.
It's a best efforts thing, but if you happen to die through sheer willpower, then
There's
your own fault.
There's no actual voltage going through this. It's basically a little Arduino, or kind of a Raspberry Pi. Right, my OCD is starting to trigger now. So I want these screw holes. I haven't fixed this in very evenly so far, but I want these screw holes to be regular. So I'm going to put them in the same place in each corner. Otherwise it will look horrible. Ooh. See, I was saying I'm probably not going to do a stream every week. I'm definitely not doing a stream every week. It's just too much. I've wasted so much of this week preparing for this stream, getting all of the technology in place. I can't believe I managed to do it on the fly last week. That I'm not sure that there's going to be much content in the next video on Wednesday. There is stuff because I've painted the cabinet, and I need to talk about that and where I'm going to go with it. Actually, we can have a little chat about that. I am not sure exactly where I'm going to go with the artwork yet. But somebody on one of the places that it might have been on a video comment said that it would be good to have like 1940s 50s style artwork on the side of this, rather. But if I just go for like a pinball machine like AC/DC or something like that, that's just going to be impossible to paint. I'd be better off getting vinyls. But I reckon if you think back to don't think back, but if you imagine an arcade machine from the 40s or 50s, they had more generic, less specific artwork on. So more, it's a pinball machine artwork. Because one of the things I'm going to have to do is sell this at some point. and I don't want it to be something that I'm going to put myself out of the market with some people with.
I like the idea of identifying artwork. It's a pinball machine artwork. It's just like kind of emblazoned. This is not a fridge.
Yeah, so there's no confusion.
Everybody knows what the appliance is for.
Yeah.
I mean, the main artwork is going to be the back glass and the playing field, isn't it? So
no, the sides. Sides is where I'm painting. No.
Right. Okay. Hear me out though. So when the table is switched on and being played, no one's going to be looking at the sides of the table, are they?
No, but you don't. I can't paint the playfield, and I can't paint the back glass because they're screens.
Something that looks really nice when it's a piece of furniture and not actually in use.
Right. Okay. Because what I was going to say was, have you considered just getting like a carbon fiber print wrap to put around it, so when it's switched off, it just looks really sleek, and then when it's switched on, the sides or the artwork doesn't detract from the.
Oh yeah,
I really like that idea. The only thing I will say is I don't think pinballs look sleek at all. I don't think they're designed to look sleek. I think the clunkiness and the awkward shapeness of them is part of the.
Oh yeah. But I mean, we're not talking about a proper pinball machine, are we? Though. The whole point of pinball.
How dare you?
Whole point of traditional pinball machines is to look gaudy and draw your eye to them, so you go and play them over someone else's.
Just let me get this in profile. That is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It looks a state at the moment because the paint is just primer on the side, and the inside paint is just a kind of like a blackout to stop any light spilling out. When the glass is in there, it's actually going to have.
Back in a sec.
Oh God, don't die!
Wow.
I think his dinner's done.
So there's no light bleed. I'm going to actually spray the back of the glass that doesn't cover the screen, the actual visible part of the screen. I'm going to spray the back of it black, mask off the inside, and then spray the back of it black. So you won't be able to see very much down there, but I'm worried about any like LEDs or things on the underneath shining through. Like the screen has an LED. Right. But yeah, no. The idea of this is to paint. I'm definitely doing artwork on the side of this. Much like, you remember I did the Batman and Spider-Man one? Yeah.
I want Elvira on this one.
You want Elvira? There is an Elvira pinball machine.
I know there is. I've seen it.
The thing is with that, what bothers me about that, I see lots of people, it doesn't bother me, but what I don't want to do is to make it a machine that I'm playing...
it's associated with only one pinball.
Exactly. I don't want to be playing Medieval Madness on an Elvira painted pinball machine. I don't know why, but that does bother me.
No, I like the idea of a generic vintage look to it.
Yeah, vintage is the thing I'd like to go for, and especially because I was going to do wooden legs. It's the same as the lockdown bar, but I've changed my mind like 3 times. Sometimes because of financial pressure, and sometimes just because I keep going back to it. Wouldn't it look cool with real legs, with real pinball legs? Do you know that pinball legs are a thing? Actually, they have to be. There's a bit of snobbery sometimes in the pinball scene about certain things. If you don't have a real lockdown bar, that's one of them, but it's so hard to get hold of in the UK. And the actual real legs is another one.
Right, hang on. What's that thing? That thing that you're pushing. I'm behind now.
Okay.
I keep seeing in your videos you pushing that thing in, right? Is it just a spike, or does it looks like it's got a mechanical action on it?
Yeah, it's got a mechanical action, so it's an automatic center punch. So when you push it, it actually clicks, and it makes just a deeper hole than if you pushed yourself.
So like impacts.
Yeah, a few people have picked up on that and said that Actually,
I've never
Rob.
seen one of those before.
Rob Ferrer.
Yeah.
He says he's going to get one. He's adamant he's going to get one of them. I am actually filling up quite a few people's Christmas lists.
I think Ryobi needs to sponsor you.
Ryobi do, yeah. I've got some really nice Ryobi tools. I don't know how happy they'll be at my table saw and a few other of the tools that I've got.
They can always replace them.
Yeah, well, if they want to do that,
Well, I'm
bang up for
back.
that.
Sorry, that was my smoke alarm telling me that my dinner was ready.
Classic.
I did have a look into Ryobi sponsorship. So there's something called Ryobi Nation, which is a thing. So that might be worth looking into. Apparently you can apply for sponsorship.
There you go. You need to get up on that.
Yeah. If I don't want money off them. They just give me free tools. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So I've got my screws for the base. How's everybody doing? Jonathan, satisfying to watch from concept to product is awesome. Jonathan is a very good friend of mine in real life. Rich, L and Lewis.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hey.
He's
Sorry,
actually
we're distracting from the woodworking of this video by just yapping over it.
he's actually Ready Player 2 listener.
Oh, mega. So he's familiar with all of our shenanigans.
Yep.
Not anymore, he's not.
People can still be familiar with us, Lewis, even though we're not doing it anymore.
It's still there.
It still exists. The back catalogue is live. I assume it is.
What am I doing?
They're supposed to be on the side. What are you doing it in the middle for?
No, I was going to do it on the side, but I didn't square it. I'm going to move it now.
Hey, Byron.
Hello, mate. How are you? You missed the start. Get out. Oh, right. So this is quite interesting on this KL25Z board. I wondered what this blank bit is at the bottom here. Let me get a bit closer to the camera so you can see it. And it's got like little zigzag lines on it. What the hell is that? It's actually a capacitive touch sensor. So you can actually use this as a little slide sensor. This isn't built specifically for like pinball machines. This is just like someone's repurposed it for this purpose. Right, let's do this properly. I'm making a mess tonight. I don't know. It might be.
Sorry, I was going to say, is your audio behind everyone's video in the stream? So obviously we can hear you beforehand.
Yeah.
No.
But in the stream, it will be that I'm talking along with the video.
Okay.
Oh, I hope it is. I can't see.
I'm sure someone would have said by now.
Yeah, I tried it at the start and it seemed fine, but I'll just go on mute and deafen for a little bit and double check.
Thanks, El. Right, I need some little screws for this. Where's my littlest ones? There.
So where are you going to put the other piece of kit now that you're putting that in the mid?
Well, there isn't another piece of kit. There's just connectors are going to go along the side here. I can always move this. It's not the end of the world if I discover that I'm not even going to pilot drill these. They're so small.
I thought you were going to have. You said you were going to have like a connector block, but all the wires were going to come out of the Arduino thing into it.
Yep, I'm having that, but on either side.
Oh, it's two. Looks.
Well, the thing is that there are. No, that doesn't make sense. There's a different. I'll make up a different reason. Hang on. The buttons. The buttons are on either side of the machine, so I want the wires to go to the blocks on either side of it and then be wired from there, rather than them all crossing to one half. See? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. now I'm looking at these screws here. I don't know if these are going to be too long.
I love the confusion in your voice, Rich, especially as
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
we can't see. Even if you brought the thing up to the camera, there's a bit of a delay, so we'd be like,
What's going on?
Sure, why not?
I've
Just
used the
looking,
wrong size
I'm looking
screws.
at vintage pinball machines to look at artwork and how they looked. A lot of them were just wooden.
Yeah. That is a problem.
You should totally just do something. If something that's generic would actually suit any game, would be like a Flynn's arcade.
Yeah, that's a possibility, but that's going to be more actual arcade machines. Pinball was would be something like Pinball Wizard or something like that.
They would have had pinball machines in Flynn's arcade.
Well, I suppose so. Where the hell has that come from? I've just found a random wire in my machine. Okay. I don't know where that's come from. Okay.
Remember this, kids. When he tries to turn it on later and it doesn't work, this is the moment to bring up that wire that should have been.
Where was that wire from? Oh, well, that's not lined up at all. There we go. So I'm trying to stop myself making every single thing beautiful inside here because no one's ever going to see it. It's
And
really...
everybody knows it only matters that you on the outside. It doesn't matter what you like on the inside.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, these are the wrong size screws and I don't know if I've got any... This is bad. Oh, microphone slipping. Did you like my microphone hat, by the way? Look. How cool is that? Right, I need to be a bit more scientific here. So I don't want the screws to go through the bottom of the machine, so I need to actually do a bit of measuring. So I've got this size screw, and I need a piece of MDF to see if it would go all the way through. No, we're fine. So I can go back to the screws I was going to use, because I drilled the pilot holes for the fixing screws for these. Too big for these little screws.
I hadn't seen Bob Mortimer, Doug, but now you mentioned it, I don't think I'll ever be able to not see Bob Mortimer.
Love a bit of Bob. Is that a gone fishing thing? Or is this a meme or something that he's been involved in?
No, I think he was just talking about you.
Right,
And your,
Just saying that
your
you with your hands
uncanny
on-
resemblance to
Yeah.
Bob Mortimer.
celebrity doppelganger.
I take that. I think he's a very sexy man. Basically, I would do Bob.
I feel like we forked off a little bit more than we needed to there.
You fuck off.
Yeah, that definitely went off piste.
That went off piece real quick.
Anyway, his name's not Doug, it's Pete. He knows this.
Why is his name Pete?
Because he told me his name is Pete.
What, Bob Mortimer?
No, Satires. The man with all the names. Saltire, Satire, Satire 4, or is it 6? I can never remember. We are getting distracted here. Right, connector blocks. We can start wiring this puppy. Actually, drink. Anyone else see Bob Mortimer when you showed off the hat? Okay. Does like make me look like I've got a very small top of the head. Quick tidy up. Oh, let's turn that camera around. Look at the mess I've made. Right, you still there? Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
Oh,
Yeah.
panic.
Respectfully quiet.
Panic. Right, just make a bit of room because I'm going to need to get the soldering iron out. Because I'm going to do the... oh, do you want to see the lid on it? Ah, that hurt. Stand up. Let's go back over here. Here's the lid. So that's what it's going to look like once it's all screwed in place. I'm going to have to get rid of that mark on there.
So from the point of view of the hole, how much clearance is there when the lid's on?
That's a good point, actually. It does impede on it. It might actually be an issue. It's, so I can... No, I can reach the connectors fine. And it stops me getting my hand tangled up in the fan as well. I think that's alright. Okay.
I mean, how often are you going to need to stick your hand through the vaulting door anyway?
I'm hoping never. Because that would indicate there's a problem.
Yeah, if anything's gone drastically wrong, you're likely to be taking the screen off, aren't you? And having a look at the guts.
Well, that's the thing. I need to go through the coin door to get the screen off. Did I explain? I thought.
Oh, there's going to be. Oh, I didn't. If you did, I didn't understand what you were talking about.
I think that might have been.
There's been a lot of that so far.
I'll quickly go over that, so that you know what I'm talking about.
So far, I've understood. There's a wire here that I don't understand. Here's a pointy thing, and I've got this saw from Japan. Anything other than that, I've not followed it.
I made this. This is what the screen attaches to. It's got two holes here that will allow me to bolt through from underneath into another piece of wood that's attached to the back of the screen. So that slides into there and it's held in place just by friction. That's really tight. I'm going to show you the screen in place. So the screen is actually... There were some worries about where the amp is at the end there, fouling the screen, but in the end, it's in exactly the right place.
Lee, that screen's filthy.
Yeah, it's a problem with dust in here, because I'm always sanding and sawing things.
Yeah, most workshops get so much like dust. It's wild.
Ridiculous. You should see my desk. It's just covered. So right, this screen... in fact, let me just take the screen out and show you this. This is the piece of wood that matches the bit of wood that's in there. And it's got 4 screws that are in the Visa mounts in the back. And they actually aren't countersunk, they're proud. And there are 4 divots in this piece of wood that's in the machine. And when I drop the screen inside here and line it up in the right place, those 4 screw heads... They just drop in and then the screen's fixed in place. But then I can also...
you clever.
I can also reach all the way underneath through this coin hole. And I've got these 3D printed bolts. The bolts aren't 3D printed, just the ends of them. That screw it so that the screen would not come out or not move around in case it just got like knocked over or something. So that's how that fixes together.
And that's in now, is it? Because that looks like it's in a squiff. You've taken it.
Hang on, let me just... I'll show you.
It's alright, don't let me derail the sound.
No, it's fine, because I want to know now. No, that's... Right, let me get the camera in the right place.
So, from where it is now, it looks like it's higher on the left than on the right.
Oh yeah, there is a little bit of play where it just needs I might need to.
Stands proud as well.
Yeah, this does here, but that line across the back is once I push that down, it might just been the board underneath isn't quite down. But that line across the back is exactly the same, or should be. I think I ended up shimming it, and where I've painted it, there might be a bit of thick paint there, but it's exact along the front here, and like you say, the bottom bezel along this side is actually wider than this side. But when the screen is on, the visible area of the screen is in exactly the middle of the cabinet. Don't worry, I did think of that. Oh. Old man straining noises. Oh. Right. So, wiring. Oh God. Oh yeah, let's start over here. Drink. Old man. Old man straining noises is drink. Right.
It's also allowed you here to keep you hydrated.
It's an important job.
Yeah. At a certain age, you need to make sure that the fluids are going in. Right. Oh, these are. Have you seen my exciters?
Do we want to?
Yeah.
Not
This-
since last year.
These are these are my exciters. These are basically speakers, but they turn the side of the cabinet into speakers. So the wood becomes the speaker. Oh, that doesn't look very good. These are really, really nice. They work brilliantly, even though the conditions aren't ideal for them. I'm not going to do those today. I want to do the buttons. Do you know what we need if I'm going to do the buttons?
Buttons.
Buttons. I need buttons.
Good job over here.
Chocolate buttons. We need
And-
specific button.
I'm going to have to
Types.
salvage... Oh, sorry, Hel. I need to salvage buttons. Because I haven't got enough actual buttons. Alright. So this is my control panel that goes into my desk. And I'm going to nick the buttons out of this for now. Until I order some.
But that looks so beautiful.
It's alright, they'll be replaced. I've got to make the other side to this as well. That might be like a mini couple of episodes or something between this pinball series and the next. Have I told you what I'm doing on the next one? That wasn't screwed in.
Making a pinball machine?
No, in the next series after I finish this one.
Can't remember. You might have done.
I must have made an impression then. The MFMI drinking game. What are the bingo calls for the MFMI drinking game? Satire? Pete? Yeah, the next... what's the time? Oh, I've only got 20 minutes. Oh, we might not get very much done. The next...
20 minutes to noise or 20 minutes total?
20 minutes till I said I was going to finish. I mean, it doesn't matter if I overrun, but I would rather not. Yeah, noise won't be a problem now because I probably don't need to drill anything else. The next project is going to be clickbait special. It's going to be build an arcade machine. I think I spoke to Lewis about this and Satire as well. Oh, I wonder why I had an itchy ear. It's my Bluetooth headphone. How cheap can you build an arcade machine for using the minimum of tools? So, like, basically, so that anyone can build one. We need 5. Oh, we need. I'll have to use some of the orange ones. So I'm going to use scrap wood, salvaged screens. It'll be a Raspberry Pi, but it might be a Pi Zero. There's a chance it'll be a Pi Zero, but that actually introduces its own problems because Pi Zero doesn't come with certain important things like many ports, no sound port being the most annoying one. So there's no 3.5mm audio jack on a Raspberry Pi Zero. So you'd have to add a USB sound card. Well, it's only got one USB port. So you're kind of screwed on.
It sounds like it
ways.
starts getting costly then.
Yeah, and I've been through this a few times with the Pi Zero, where I thought, oh, that would be really good to make a really cheap pinball arcade machine, and then I end up not doing it because it would cost more than like a Pi 4 once you add everything. I can't be bothered to screw that back together, or make you watch me screw that back together. Right, so I've got some buttons. I need some more buttons. Where's the rest of the buttons? There they are. I've got some instructions. Look at these. That's not them. We have some wires. Oh, headset's come out. I did tell you last week on the stream, so maybe I shouldn't repeat myself. Oh, actually, while I've got the soldering iron out, these are the speakers for the back box that go under the screen, and one of the wires has come loose, so we're going to fix that as well. Right, let's turn this soldering iron. I didn't bring any water. Damn it. Oh, that's not plugged in. Right, I'm going to nip outside. I need to wet my sponge. Not a euphemism. And I've turned my soldering iron on. I'll be able to hear you, so if it catches fire, start screaming.
We're the early fire detection system, are we?
I'm outside now. I don't want to shout. Next thing. I don't know how far my microphone works either. Hello?
It still works.
Did it work?
Went a little crackly for a little bit, but
That's quite impressive, actually.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I needed to pee. Yeah. Old man bladder. Let's have this up here. Right, can you see that okay here? So I've got my connector blocks ready to go in the base, and I've got all my crimps ready to go. Just waiting for that soldering iron to heat up a bit. These are fiddly sometimes. These speaker wires are so thin. Yeah, I've just cut straight through that. Let's do it another way. Gotcha. Right, flux. Any of you here in comms with me done soldering before? Rich? I'm assuming you must have done.
I've soldered. I am absolutely terrible at it.
I can make you into a soldering god.
I don't think you can.
I think I could. Soldering's easy when you and use
Yeah.
the right
There's
stuff.
there's lots of things that are easy if you do it right. Like making biscuits, but I've largely outsourced that process as well.
You're a chronic instruction hater. You're a creative. You like to do your own thing.
That is true. That's why I get things wrong so often.
Right. I might block your view a second here. Just going to make sure that this is flowing. It's not yet. Best way to get it flowing is put some solder on the iron. Oh, it's not hot. Oh, it is hot. It's only just hot enough. Let's turn that right up. And that will conduct the heat. There we go. Got to be careful with them speakers because they...
Do you know what we need? You need a helmet cam. For this close-up work.
Cool.
Yeah, for this close-up work. Like a glasses cam or a helmet cam or something. That'd be badass.
I could... I don't know if this is going to be low enough.
No, don't start fiddling with your shiz now. Just thinking maybe later on, like sellotape a camera to your head or something.
Hang on. Turn it on. Actually, probably that one. Yeah. Oh, it wants a passcode. I'm glad I didn't have that on the stream then. Connect. Yay. So this one will actually go up quite close. Oh, I'm standing in the way of the Wi-Fi, so it's not going to work through my body. It's not focusing. There we go. So I could have done that.
You just did.
Yeah. But, oh, it's gone floppy. Oh, drink. No, that's not going to work. Let's go back to the other one. Right, so that's repaired. I've just got to be careful not to break that again now. And what else did I want to... Oh, yeah. So the power supply for the fans is here. This is SATA power supply that plugs into the motherboard of the PC, and I've got power supply cable in there already for the 2.5-inch SSD and the 3.5-inch spinning rust. But this one, actually, if I do this here, there we go. This cable is going to be to power the fans on it's got 12 volt and 5 volt on this cable. It's 12 volt on the yellow and 5 volt on the red. Oh, you will come off. And I'm going to use the 5 volt to maybe, it'll be in there as an option. I'm going to use the 5 volt as a possibility to do LED buttons. So it looks pretty. These black buttons are just temporary. I haven't decided what the colour scheme is going to be yet. So yeah, Rich, if you want to get good at soldering, just use flux. That's all there is to it. So solder will go with the fluxes. You see that? Yep. So I want everything to be removable. I'm making sure that all of these ends of cables I'm going to tin, so that when they're in and out of the connectors, I can put that one away for now, they won't cause any issues. Right, so I've got a mess to sort out now. What's the time? 10 minutes. Turn that down a sec. The wiring harness that I did when I I built all this up before. I did a temporary wiring harness, but I'm actually going to use some of it because the ground wire in here. So it's going to be something like this with these DuPont connectors sticking out one side and normal cables coming out the other. But this ground wire that I've done, I don't want to do this again because these are a pain in the arse. Flux all the things and soldering above paper. Yeah, it's kind of a good point. So I've got DuPont on that end, and this end must. Right, let's get this in there. Let's get some buttons in. Start putting some wires in. Yeah. So I've got 2 orange that I'm going to have as my main buttons for now. Oh, here's the thing. Where I've painted, the inside of the holes is actually firmed up, the fibres. And the buttons won't go through. Right, so the white parts of the cab, the parts that are white now, I'm going to be painting those with a couple of 2 or 3 coats of eggshell. My control panel is exactly the same. I have to fit file the paint down. Yeah, every one I've done has been the same. Getting these buttons in. And this one's a pain because the... Oh no, it just clears it. That's good. Yeah, so the white bits are going to get 2 coats of eggshell. I want a matte surface to paint accurately on. When I did the Beatencade project, which if you dig out if anyone who's not aware of it, it's in my blog back in March and April and May. I made a little mini arcade machine for my great nephews, and I painted the sides, and I painted the sides with just this acrylic primer and then painted on that, and it wasn't the best surface to paint on. It was all right, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't quite white enough. I'm still not sure what colour it's going to be, so it might not even be white. But I'd rather use something I've already got, like eggshell or something that white eggshell, because then I don't have to buy any. Oh, come on. I've not taken enough out of that one. Lewis, Al and Rich have all gone to sleep and sing them a lullaby.
No, I'm here.
Sleep? I'm being respectfully quiet. I'm watching.
How dare you be respectful? Do you know who
I
I
am
am?
under no illusions as to my ability to override a conversation by talking too much, so I'm just keeping to myself.
Yeah, it's like being asked to commentate on a sports match.
Sports ball.
What I can provide is quite limited in terms of technical commentary. I was like, oh yeah.
But the art, El, I'm relying on you for the art.
Wait,
not.
what?
No
I'm like,
pressure.
oh no.
Yeah, draw me something.
I'm looking at some of the 40s and 50s vintage pinball tables, and a lot of them have just got like shapes,
Yes.
patterns and stuff.
Yeah,
on the
that's
side.
exactly what I was thinking.
And interestingly, a lot of the early pinball machines, they've got wood lockdown bars.
Have they?
Yeah, the ones I'm looking at look like they've got wooden lockdown bars. And then secondly, the back box is in line with the body.
Same as mine.
The same as yours.
I'm vintage.
So if you wanted to go with a vintage theme, you're probably perfectly placed. I'll paste this into the general chat.
Thank you.
The only problem is you can't get much of a idea of colour because all of the pictures are black and white.
Oh, I can make that up to suit myself.
The only thing I will say is if you're going for a vintage theme like that, a light up button's the right way to go.
No. That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. I mean, light up buttons would be nice, but I'm still on the fence about that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Apparently, Mr. Collins says he has no idea what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually mostly the same. I don't know what he's talking about most of the time.
Now we're all lost and confused in the middle of nowhere, looking at photos of 40s and 50s pinball machines. Oh, Rich Loud, yeah.
Oh, Rich Loud, yeah. Yes, always.
I'm not loud. I'm just constant.
Relentless. Right, so
Hey,
can we see this?
it's a skill.
It is.
It's a blessing for us all.
It takes tenacity.
I'm gonna wire the grounds in, and then we'll look at what we've got to do next. But then I'm gonna call it because it's been a long old day. So I've got this. If I wired it right last time, I've got this big mess of links of wire with crimps on it to go with these female spade connectors to go on the back of these buttons, and they are too loose. I have to squish them up. I can't find crimps that are the right size for these buttons. I would like it if somebody gave me a link to ones that suited these buttons perfectly. They are really difficult to get on once you squish them up too much. So that one goes there. Then we have... Why would I have that one? Looks like I've got an extra ground on there. I don't know why. That's really strange. Another reason I've got the hat is because yeah, I saw on the when I was looking at back at the last stream, the light glaring off my head was really bad. That must have been upsetting for some people with like photosensitivity. That I've got so much lighting in here now. I've actually added another couple of lights since last time as well.
I mean, it's safe to have lights. You need to be able to see stuff.
Yeah, I used to work with just this one little tiny light over here, and just be peering. And then I added a light, just on a lead light. Then I added another one. I've got 4 lights over me now, and they're all over 100 watts.
Nelly says that only you were bothered by the glare. To be fair, we are all our own worst critics, I think.
Oh yeah, but that was a lot of glare. I mean, my hair is getting thinner and thinner, and it was I had one of those lights right behind my head, and it looked like I had a halo. There's just this wispy hair and the shine.
The beacon was lit.
Yeah. Right. I'm sorry you can't see this bit so well. But look at the pretty inside of the machine. I'm going to show you my lockdown bar, Rich. You haven't seen it, have you?
I've seen it in the videos.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you have. That was an anticlimax.
Sorry. I watch your videos. I don't just pretend.
Yeah?
Yeah, some of them.
I've put an extra connector on here, and I don't know what it's for. I wired this specifically for these buttons in this series, and there's an extra connector. That's all right. I can always chop that off if I need to.
That cable was missing.
No, that's something else. That is something else completely different. In fact, that's one of these connectors that I want that fit on these. Yeah, that fits perfectly on there. In fact, it's got one of those little catch things on it. I can't find these. I need to buy some of those because the ones that I'm using are terrible. Has anybody said anything? Gondor course raid. Well, that's just mean.
I love that people got that reference. Thank you. Thank you.
That's really tickled me. There's my lockdown bar. Show you. And I've bought some oak wood stain as well, which is, I mean, I know it's oak coloured already, but it's white oak, and I want it darker than this. Looking a bit oldie worldy. Plunger. Where's my plunger? Where have I put that? Is that in there? Yes. Let's just at least put that in so you can see most of the what it's going to look like. I'll pop the screen back in before I go as well, so we can get an idea what an end result might look like. I've still got a lot of filling and rubbing down to do with the outside of the case, so all these buttons are going to come out again. Go in. There we go. Screen bit of wood. Where's the screen bit of wood? Yeah. Yeah, if one side of this is a tiny little bit higher, I can always just shim it underneath this bit, and that will fix that, no problem. And then you won't see it, but once it's under the glass, it's not going to be a big issue. Ta-da, that screen is filthy. Shouldn't really clean it that way.
Sorry, we're not going to judge you for it.
Yeah, I'm a minger. Actually, you're talking about Ryobi sponsoring me. I think Minger should sponsor me.
I don't know who that is.
Sponsored by Minger. They apparently light up your wonderful life. Mingers do.
Right.
Have you seen this yet?
No.
Ah, what?
They really do.
Purity, guarantee, quality. It's a quality minger.
Yeah.
Quality minger.
Oh, look at it. It says, lasting bright, save money, energy saving, and eye protection as well.
Seems a bit pointless saying save money on a box that you've already bought, doesn't it?
Is it? If anybody needs to know, there's a QR code there if you want to scan it. Hold it up straight so it works. Okay. That's that was one of the worst purchases I ever made.
I love that you're like, yeah, definitely want to be sponsored by them. One of the worst purchases I've ever made.
Jonathan, you should get on this for your athletics. He's an athlete, and he, I think you've got a new sponsor, haven't you? So maybe you should give him a call. Right, so I think I might leave it there. It looks horrible at the moment because of the paint on it. This is just primer on the sides, and it's just a rushed coat of quick acrylic primer. And then where I've painted the black on the insides, I've not been careful at all. I've just thrown it on because I wanted it dry before I did anything tonight. I painted the back box black a bit more carefully, so that's close to the final coat. But the edges are not neat, and there's black on the white and there's white on the black, and it looks horrible. But once the T-moulding's on there, which I can show you a little bit of, if I get my arcade box out.
Well, I think it's good to see it in the raw state as it's being built, because it's reaffirming to see things as they're being made. It's never going to be perfect straight away.
No, it can't be. It's not a thing, is it? It won't. It has to be an evolution. It has to come together. So, T-molding is going to go along the sides there and around the back box in that colour. I like the gold. I might change it though. There's a chance I'll change that. But I've got that at the moment, so it might. If I've got enough of it, I'm going to use the gold. Although I might have to have a word with Terry of Project Terry K, because it's his, and I think he might want it for the base part of his one. If he ever does it. Come on, Terry. Get your acts together. Right. Let's do that. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's better. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, it's 12 people viewing now. That's a lot. I'm not going to do this very often because it's difficult, and it has taken away from actually building the arcade machine, pinball machine, a little bit this week. So I might try and do like one a month or something, or if I do them, they'll be at short notice, because it's difficult to have something to do. Like the one that I did last week, it came together amazingly well when I just had a project that needed doing. It was a little piece of work that I could just put together and put it in the machine, and it was done. But tonight has been like, oh, let's just get on with this bit, and fortunately we had some friends to keep me company and keep the chat going.
Yay!
Otherwise I think I would have just like probably put you all to sleep. But yeah, so this week's video is going to be quite a short one because of that. But I'll get back on track, and then there will be, once I start the painting of the sides, the artwork part of the project, I will probably do like stop motion videos for that, and there's not going to be a lot to talk about on those, so there might just be non-talky ones, whatever that means.
Non-talky videos.
Non-talky videos. Silent movies. There's a new concept. They should make those.
Amazing.
But thank you very much for watching. Thanks for coming along, El, Rich and Lewis. Keeping me company.
Worries. Yeah,
Of course, that's local.
Hasbeer Plays Games, who I think is Byron. Is that right?
Byron, yeah.
Yeah, says the stream setup works really well. It looks fantastic. The whole thing's brilliant. I know you spent a lot of time on it this week, but I think now that you've got it done,
yeah,
you're good to go.
Yeah. It's and there, there's more I can do with this as well. If I had another one of these Logitech cameras, it would be a lot better, because the one I'm using, the laptop screen for this heads-up one, and a C920 for the work one. But I did try and get Droid Cam working with this. It's flaky as hell, and I paid money for that. But anyway, thank you very much.
No worries.
Keep clicking on the buttons on YouTube for me, and spreading the news, and letting everybody know what's going on, because it's blowing my mind how many subscribers I've already got. Yeah, 2020. Thanks, cameras, and everything really, just about everything going up in price. But yeah, let's all get together again in a few weeks' time, and we'll make something else. But it will be spur of the moment. You're going to have to be on the ball. You're going to have to keep up with me and just like drop whatever you're doing. I don't care if it's important. This is important. And
Right, it is.
we'll make something. We'll make something cool. And I might. Do you know what? I know what would be good when I'm actually doing the artwork. When I'm painting the artwork on the sides, I might just do like a half-hour stream or something, so we can have a chat. And even if Rich and Elle and everybody can't come along, I can chat to you lot while I'm having a little paint. That'd be quite nice, because it's going to be low stress and easy to do. I can just stick a camera in front of it and paint. But yeah, let's go. Look, I'd set up like these. Look, all of that stuff. Oh, that's the wrong one. on stream as well, but I never needed to use them, just in case.
Uh,
So I'm on the ball.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm going. We're done.
Nice one, man.
Thank you. Right, goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody who was in the stream and everybody who was talking, which was loads of people.
It was quite a few people.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm going to stop the stream. Bye.
Bye.